Welcome again, everybody, to today's webinar, where we're going to explore the two levels of membership opportunities for the photo managers, along with a special offer because it's our 15th year anniversary sale. And again, that's right, we're celebrating 15 years of helping families and businesses turn their unorganized, overwhelmed, but very important photos and video memories and keepsake items and memorabilia and letters and all sorts of things into organized collections. So why does this matter? I always like to start with this. I think it's really important. We instantly capture moments today, right, at the click of a button, sharing them with the world. While this accessibility has its benefits, it also has led to a lack of appreciation for the value of preserving and organizing our photo collections. A photo legacy is more than just a collection of pictures. It's a visual narration of your life. It's your experiences and the people that you care about. Here, this photograph makes me laugh because this is a personal example of turning a lifetime of unorganized photos into a story that I showed at my son's and his fiance's wedding rehearsal. I gathered photos from my daughter-in-law who's wiping her tears away, family from her childhood. I scanned them, I added music, and I did the same for my son, and I surprised them at the anniversary or the rehearsal dinner. Can you see the joy and delight on their faces as they watch their life story unfold before them? This is just one example of the work that professional photo managers do for their clients, or you can do for yourself. So it still makes me, it's not even been a year yet, but it just gives me great joy. And for those that worry about the younger generation caring about their photos and things like that, all the delight on those faces can tell you all you need to know about whether people care about their family photos and things. So we have two ways for you to join the photo managers. You can join either as a professional because you know you want to start a business and get paid to help people with their photos. Or if you're not really sure if you want to start a business, but you know you want to get your own photos organized while you're thinking about it, then you'll want to learn and join our photo manager and training. So let's just jump in. I'm going to share the benefits of each and allow plenty of time for questions. Plus, as I've already mentioned, it's our 15-year anniversary, and we have a special offer if you join in the next week, because everybody loves a deal, right? Who doesn't want a deal? So if you don't know me yet or you haven't heard from me, my name is Kathy Nelson. I'm the CEO and founder of the Photo Managers. I'm also the author of two books. You can get them on Amazon: Photo Organizing Made Easy, Going from Overwhelmed to Overjoyed, and a business roadmap for professional photo managers, everything you need to get started in a business. But most importantly, besides all that, I am most passionate about helping people tell their family stories through their photos, videos, meaningful keepsake items. Now, before we jump into the difference between the two, I like to root us in the why this is important. I already kind of shared that with that personal little story, but why is there such a growing need for professional photo managers? And why are you even considering organizing your own photos and videos, right? I often tell people saying that we're organizing photos is kind of like watching paint dry, right? There's nothing sexy or exciting about that, but it's not that we're doing. It's the why. It's the why again, because those photos, they tell a story, right? There's memories, there's a connection, there's historical information, and there's so much more. We take photos and videos to tell the stories of our lives. We save our kids' artworks. We save our baby's first shoes. We save our favorite blanket or your grandmother's treasured teapot because they connect us to our history, to our family, and our memories. And today we just have too many of them, right? We have printed photos, we have slides, we have negatives from the past trapped in fading photo albums and old shoeboxes and bins. We have old home movies on formats we can't view any longer. Because I mean, how many of you have a VCR tape anymore, right? Or camcorders? And our digital collections, just face it, it's a mess. I mean, if yours aren't a mess, you are the rare person, and you should totally do this as a business. No one wants to go through all those photos to find the few that matter. That's what we do for our clients, or you're going to be doing that for yourself. So the best way for you to decide which of these programs is better for you is to take a moment to answer these questions. So just go ahead and jot these down. True or false? My photos aren't organized, but I know I want to start a business helping families and businesses tell their stories with their photos, videos, and keepsake items. True or false? I am unsure if I want to start a business, but I do want to get my own photos organized for my family or for the next generation or just for myself. Number 3, I already have a business and I want to add photo organizing as a service, but I need training on how to price it, workflows, operations, all those details. 4, I am looking to add additional income, part-time or full-time, doing work that is meaningful and creative. 5, I feel better knowing everything first before I'm comfortable telling people about what I do. I'm that person that really likes to have all my ducks in a row before I do anything else. If you answers were mostly true, then you are a perfect fit to join our professional community. If your answers were more false, then you belong in our photo manager and training program. If your answers were maybe, then you could start in our year-long photo management training. But what we allow you to do at any time is to upgrade to the professional level, which we've already had. We have over 100 members who have enrolled, and we just started this in January, the second program, because we realized so many people they really wanted, were worried about not having all the questions that we answered, right? They were unsure if they wanted to start a business, but they want to get their own photos. So you can upgrade to the professional level at any time if you want, and we prorate your fee so you're not paying double or extra money at all. So what is our photo manager in training? What's included? It's a 1-year guided curriculum that includes on-demand courses on printed and digital photo organizing and scanning, access to 22 skill building webinars, monthly email prompts, virtual work groups, monthly networking meetings, and support if you choose to transfer this into a business. For example, next week, a professional genealogist is teaching a webinar called A Beginner's Guide to Doing Your Own Family History with using family records, user-friendly websites, public trees, original records, basic DNA, and networking with cousins. All those tools will help you build your own family tree. And so that's an example of a webinar that we're doing for professional members, but we thought, wow, this really would fit great with our photo managers in training. We'll open that up to them. We also do these monthly online co-working events where you can get together on Zoom and you can meet the other people and you can share ideas or share frustrations and things. We have roundtable discussions quarterly where you can get to know other members and ask questions. That next date is coming up on Monday, July 15th. We mentioned our training library. We unlock a portion of the photo manager's training library, giving you access to 12 hours of training webinars that we know will work just for you. For example, actually, I don't have the example here, but we've kind of studied our training and we know what makes most sense. We also give you exclusive discounts on deals from our industry partners. So who doesn't like a deal? That's always fun. And we have checklists and a roadmap, and you'll decide throughout that process if you're interested in upgrading. We also give you $150 savings on our most popular courses. So you get included is our printed photo organizing made easy, which is normally $79, and how to scan photos, slides, and negatives, which is also $79. You'll learn how to use a flatbed scanner, sheet fed scanners, camera scanning, and so you can scan your photos like a pro in no time. So the cost for this membership is $290 for 1 year. So it's a 1-year program, pay that up front, and then you get access to all of these things. And the good news why we did it for a year is because we know people get busy, life happens. It's July, right? I mean, if you haven't gone on vacation yet, maybe you will be shortly or soon. So you really, you could take that time off. It's okay. You can catch back up when you're ready. Now, our professional membership has all of that but significantly more training and certification, which is why the fee is $599, not $299. Or you can join for $175 and just pay quarterly. So we give you a break if you want to save some money quarterly. Now, essentially, in our professional membership, it's basically a business in a box. We have all walked the walk, and we come alongside you to ensure a quicker route to success. So in the box, not really a box, we don't send you one, but we actually include, first of all, our community. Our overall philosophy here, and for the past 15 years, I've said it 1,000 times, I'll say it over and over again, is a rising tide lifts all boats, and that we're collaborative, not competitive. There are way more clients than there are anything near photo organizers. I just certified a new member who lives just north of San Antonio, I think. She said there's nobody in her area, and she's already got 3 jobs lined up. She just finished scanning a bunch of letters from the Vietnam War. That was her first client. So there's huge need for people like that. We build community through regional meetings, a private Facebook group, which is like a 24-hour support hotline, monthly networking meetings, monthly roundtable conversations, and just a great group of people who all want to help everybody else succeed. Now, education is what we really kind of the bedrock, the core value within our membership, because everything, technology changes, things change, and you're going to need education, and you're going to get it from the experts. We have operations, the example of most recent webinars, like how to use operation managers and workflows to save you time and money, how to create profitable slideshows for like funerals or different events like that, how to manage entrepreneurial burnout. We have the new one coming up on, we have one coming up next week on selling luxury, like how to position yourself to the luxury market. So we're constantly bringing training. The good news is all of those are recorded in our training vault, so you can go back and watch whenever it works for you. We also give you access to all our core courses. Organizing your clients' printed photos, that's going to be different than organizing your own photos because there's a different workflow when you're working with somebody else's photos. The building blocks of digital photo organizing. A key one is how do you actually start a business? If you've never started a business, you don't have an LLC, you don't understand, how do you collect emails? How do you create a website? All of that is a whole nother mind part of your brain that has to get online. We have a whole course on how to do that. And again, our scanning course and our printed photo, they're all there for you, ready to on-demand training. We also host an annual educational conference with over 20 breakout topics taught by tiers. This year, or next year in 2025, we'll be in San Diego. We already have over 100 members registered, so you'll hear about that as you join. Another key part of our professional level is what I mentioned earlier about just certifying somebody. We early on knew that certification was critical. Working with somebody's photos is really important. You have to agree to we have a strong code of ethics. We actually want to check your references before we list you on our public facing part of our website for people to find you. So we have a course, a certification course that increases your knowledge and understanding of best practices and industry standards. Then you go through a process of documenting a number of client projects from start to finish, and you upload and share that information with us. And then we review that, we review your references, you have an interview with me, and then you're certified. People always ask how long it takes. Once you complete the course, which you can easily do in a weekend, what takes time is really getting that paid client project and documenting the process. We don't want you to use your mother or your sister that you did for free. We really want to make sure that you're, and it's best for you because you're becoming a true expert. We are actually adding a couple additional certifications as well. We have one on privacy, and one that's being launched right now on legacy storytelling, because there's a huge growing need of people who want to tell their legacy stories. And as we're working on that, we realized we needed to really educate our members about how do you do that effectively, the right questions to ask, the things that could come up. So we're constantly adding new levels of certification to our community. You also get amazing partnership discounts from a lot more of our partners than in the photo manager and training. We have a great relationship with so many different companies who are really anxious to work with you and get to know and give you significant discounts on their products and services. So the cost, again, I mentioned is $175. You can pay it quarterly or for the year. And if you really want to look at a comparison, you can, if you got your phone there, just grab our QR code. It's also on our website where you can compare. So basically, if you just lost track of everything I'm telling you, it's all listed there in an easy way for you to see the difference between the two memberships. Now, remember, our goal is to guide you towards your goal. So our overall mission is to help you achieve the results you are seeking. As an organized photo collection, is it just for your, to have your own organized photo collection? Then do the photo manager in training. If you want to start a business and earn income, then the professional membership level really makes a difference. Last of all, before you go, and I answer all your questions, so please put your questions on there. I want you to subscribe to our YouTube channel where you can watch every month. We do a career from advice from a pro, where I interview a different professional photo manager from all different stages and walks of their business. I always ask the same 5 questions. How did you get started? How do you find clients? What do you love about your job? What don't you like about your job? And how has the photo managers helped your business? We have just a great series of those. So you can just pop in and you can, instead of taking my word for it, you can hear from the members. We have over 700 members. Many of them have been members for many years, and we also have members all over the world. In fact, our European group is getting ready for their second small conference in Amsterdam in October, and our Australia group is actually looking at hosting an event in later this year. So we're growing internationally, and they are all teaming up together to make sure that they loved getting together and spending time together. So I mentioned a special offer, didn't I? So if you join the Photo Managers in Training, you'll be entered to win one of 3 NixPlay frames. They're valued at $249. We'll pick 3 winners and we'll send it in the mail. So that's a great gift for joining at that level. Or if you know you want to start a career, this is an excellent offer. We've only done this once before. We did it last year, and you get free access to our privacy advocate training. And once you go through that and pass it, you would become, you'll get a badge as a privacy advocate. That course is $297. Now, we partnered with cybersecurity and privacy expert Heather Nickerson to create this course. It would be awesome to take this course, even if you just to pay for it and buy it during our sale, because cybersecurity and people just are unprepared for what's happening in the world of privacy. And Heather is a wonderful resource, and she's updating it. She does quarterly live Q&As with people, but it'll really change the way you manage your privacy, the way your family manages your privacy. And as a professional, you're able now, because you're going to be working with clients' photos, you're going to be getting their logging into their computers, you're going to have a lot more confidence that you're doing it correctly, that you're protecting yourself and your client. And also, she is continually updating it, and the new update is she's actually in the process of updating it. So, and it is a certification program. So it's a really great deal if you join in the next week to get that for free. Many of our members, hundreds of our members have paid for that and gone through that course and really have appreciated doing this. We really wanted to offer something special during this 1-week anniversary sale. So that is my at the end of what I have here. As far as I know, I went quickly and it's a quick overview, but I'm going to stop sharing my screen and I'm going to turn back on my camera. And Isabel is here with us, and she will let's see, here we go. She will answer your questions in the chat, so please feel free to ask any questions that you want, and we will be happy to answer them.
There aren't any immediate questions, but you did mention some of the classes that are included in the training library for photo managers in training. So I included a screenshot of a couple of them in the chat, but just for those that are maybe only watching the recording, that training library consists of training on digital photo organizing, archival practices, a couple of software options, how to select the right software, and general best practices. So it's a little bit of everything. One thing that we do know is that this program, the Photo Manager in Training program, is in development still, in the sense that we are in our first year. And so as members of that program reach out and tell us that they need additional help in certain areas, we do often go look at what we have in our professional library, and if it makes sense, then add that to the Photo Manager in Training library. So if you do feel like something is missing in that library, do let us know, and we're happy to go and see if we already have some training that we can add for you.
Right. Another thing, I mean, because we're comparing two things, I didn't go in much depth. That's something that's really important on the professional level. We also have a mentoring program in our professional level, so you can sign up to. We have many of our members who it's a 3-session mentoring. It's where you'll be teamed with a more experienced member, and they will, kind of give you the guidance and give you help when you're ready and you need that.
If someone joins as a professional member for a year, will they have access to the training for lifetime or only for the year that they're a member?
The value of the membership is the training, so you would only have access to the membership for the year that you're a training. But if you purchase our courses outside of being a member, then you have lifetime access to the courses, or as long as the course stays relevant and is so really sometimes we say lifetime, and 60 years from now some of them may be obsolete, but we don't take away access to the courses.
What would you say is the biggest stumbling block for newbies?
That's a great question, Danielle. There's a couple things that I think are stumbling blocks, depending on your personality. We do a whole thing on personality profile. If you're the person that sometimes we feel like some members just they want to know everything before they get started. And we do a new member orientation where we really encourage you to get a client and learn alongside the process, because otherwise it's like a fire hose of information. And if you try to learn everything before you're really out in the world doing it, you're going to already know more than the client. And we're there to help you and guide you along the way. So that can be kind of something that really holds people back. They're just scared and like don't have that confidence. And so they wait and wait and wait and never really get started. Um, and then I think it's something we educate a lot about is that confidence. A lot of times people, they join because they care so deeply about photos, but they feel guilty almost asking somebody for money or like to actually charge for it. So we do a lot of work on that as well, money mindset and what's the value of what you're providing. So I'd say those are the early stumbling blocks for most newbies.
Murray's saying that they convert videotapes for clients and has heard that there's maybe a course about this.
That's in development. We are working on a course on home movie conversion because so many of our members now offer that. And we've come to realize that there's information, what type of file size and different things like that. So that's our goal by the end of the year. And that will be included in membership. So that's the last of our Bedrock foundational course that we're going to be including. But it's not ready yet, but it will be included. And we won't be charging that as an additional fee. And another thought, Danielle, in that question about newbies too, we always say, do what you love and outsource the rest. There are so many areas that members have chosen to specialize in. And so not everybody's going to convert home movies, but we have lots of members that do. So our members work very closely with one another. And we have regional meetings, so we have regional groups. So say, somebody has 25 VCR tapes and you have never done that, you don't want to convert them, you can connect with another member and they offer each other discounts, back and forth kind of discounts, so that you're like a general contractor where you don't have to do every piece of the jobs that you'll get. You'll be amazed at what people are going to ask for. Like the woman, I keep mentioning because I just got a phone with her, right? I'm sure when she's joined us, she didn't think the first job she would have would be scanning letters from the Vietnam War. I think she joined thinking she was going to scan photos, but the first job she got now she just got another job with slides. So you just got to be prepared. People will come to you with all sorts of different needs. And again, everybody's done something before, so you're not going to be on your own without guidance from it and getting solutions from other professionals who've done exactly what you're doing. All right, and no more. You're a quiet group. I'm going to anticipate one more question just because I've done this for so long and nobody's asked the question. How do you know how much to charge if you're going to do it as a professional? It's a big question. We also do a lot of training. We actually have a fall boot camp that we're getting ready to do about that topic again. But you want to research what is the average hourly fee that a service provider charges in your area. These are professional residential organizers. These are senior move managers, your massage therapists, bookkeepers, anybody who charges a service fee for what they do. And it's going to range from a low of $55 to $60 to anywhere to like $175, probably depending on where you live. Like our members in Chicago or the bigger areas, they're certainly in the $100, $125 an hour. And we do a lot of training on that. But remember that there's fees that go into that when you have your own business.
And Daniel has a question about expected startup costs or investment to get started.
That's a great question. And I don't know if we have that download.
Yeah, we do have a resource. I'll put the link for that in the chat.
Where we have that. But if you're going to do scanning, you're going to want to invest in probably the Epson Fast Photo and we recommend the Epson V600 to get started. Those are two basic scanners that one is a fast feeder scanner. The other is a flatbed for like letters and things like that. You're going to want to make sure that you probably training, some education beyond, depending on your skill set and knowledge. Or, if you decide that you're going to work in digital photo organizing, if you're not that familiar with the Apple ecosystem, for instance, maybe you're only on a PC, you don't have to learn that, but there are resources and ways to learn that so that you're clear doing that. So that it's a minimal investment. Honestly, it's really, $1,000 to $1,500, get it on the website up, a couple $1,000, and then with a really good return on your investment. Apple or Mac. I'm at the Apple Eco. So, we've see the reason I said this, what we see clients, members will join, they'll be like, I'm an Android user and, and I'm a PC user. And this client came to me and they have an iPhone and they want me to help them get all of their iPhone photos organized. They can either outsource that to somebody else or invest. We have great classes on how to do that. And you can invest the time and money to actually learn how to be a little bit more proficient with Apple products if you haven't used Apple before. That's what I mean by, but you don't have to. I mean, that's the beauty of outsourcing or doing what you really want to do. And some members only work with analog printed photos. Some members only work with digital photos. So there really is a wide variety of the work that people do. And right, Isabel, that's right. The 25% off, we have great courses on both Apple and Mac that are 25% off right now. All right. Well, thank you so much, everybody. Really appreciate your time today. We would love to welcome you to the organization. Again, we're growing. We have over 700 members. It's a warm and exciting group. It's meaningful work. The need is only expanding. People are more and more aware that they need to pay for this. And again, like Isabel said, more questions, reach out to us to support. No, we do have members in Atlanta, but not many, right? I don't know why the search engine would not.
Yeah, Nancy, we do have a couple. If you're looking for someone, send an email to support@thephotomanagers.com and I'm happy to connect you with someone.
Yeah, because we should, but not a lot. I mean, there is no area in the country where we have more photo managers than clients. And we are just like, even though we've been doing this for 15 years. So that's the last of our problem. And sometimes if they're not certified yet, then they're not showing up either on that search engine. So, all right, everybody, thanks so much. Enjoy the rest of your day. And we'd love to welcome you to our growing community and give you either our privacy course or have you win a Nixplay digital photo frame. Bye-bye, everybody.